No, and then it also kind of falls back on like the viewer and the consumer.
Yeah.
I can only blame AI so long before it's like, okay, why are you not smart enough to realize this is what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, people who are like, oh, I'm an author, but all they do is just give a prompt and then AI makes the story and then they just post that. They're like, and publish it. Like, I remember this happened like sometime last year. It was someone off of Instagram. They hit me up and it looked like they had like a decent following. They're like, hey, you know, like I kind of want to like network, and they wanted to be like my PR sort of, you know, just kind of help make me almost like an agent, if you will, make connections and get me in touch with other people. And I'm like, all right, you know, I went through her followings and everything. I'm like, I don't really see bots. I see actual people. It looks like an organic following. And then I got like a consultation and they're like, yeah, I'm just going to ask you a few questions. You answer it.
Oh, you did? You told me this because you got the email from, and it was basically like, it super botted your description.
You know, and I'm just kind of like, cool. I fell for that. But then I stopped and thought about it. I was like, how many other people fell for this but didn't even realize it and like still feed into it? Like, and then I was talking to my friend about it, about like AI OnlyFans models where, you know, it's obviously an AI program, but like, you know, outside of the, you know, debilitating use of AI for like the environment and things, it's like you can get, I guess, what niggas call on the internet, and what this would be is ethical porn, because it's not a real person being exploited. It's like AI living out your wildest fantasies, and like you pay for it and you can get what you want.
Well, certain things y'all can't recreate in porn that the AI can't recreate in porn that I'm just having to listen to the original.
But then it's like, do you also support sex work, or are you just supporting AI?
No, I support sex work.
Hey,
shout out to you bitches trying to make $1.
You know what I'm saying?
Because if you don't, the illegal immigrants will take it from you.
I'm just saying, you're not paying for pussy. You're paying for her to leave. Remember that. You're not paying for pussy. You're paying for her to leave, bro.
Can I come? No.
Literally, bro. It's like you have money now. You can literally order your own Uber. There's no excuse for you to stay here. We're done.
Yeah, no bullshit.
You know, you made a good buck.
Can I make you breakfast in the morning? No,
bro. Let me lament over my actions for a bit. I gotta curate. I'm like, all right, how was it, the coochie? What could she have improved on? You know?
Yo, you doing a hot take inside of your head about the coochie is crazy.
Hey, man, if you're gonna pay for it, you might as well review it. You know, you dropped however amount of money, went through whatever you're into, and then it's like, all right, did I get my money's worth? Yes or no?
And with that being said, YCC will be teaming up with ChatGPT to make a new website called Welp. Okay, it's a cross between Yelp and WAP. We will be correlating the two to leave a review website for women's coochie, and you can search them up by zip code and first letter of last name.
Digital pimping, bro. That's, you know, and like, if we can make it ethical, hey. Take the middleman out a lot easier. Sometimes it's the weekend, you fiending.
Yes, I'm good on the AI porn.
Me too. I can't. Porn. No, yeah, but like some people are into
AI
that.
music. I can do some AI videos. AI porn is I need that authentic.
You know, that's for like real gooners activity. Bro.
I just started learning to watch my porn in 3 times speed.
3 times speed?
Yeah, it's crazy work if you watch it in 3 times speed. Yeah. Like I watch a story build up by itself, like in regular speed and normal speed, and then when the sex starts, I bump it up to 3 times speed. Because it's just funny.
Okay, fair enough. All right, yeah.
I only watch porn for the story.
Yeah, hey.
I know how sex works.
I mean, no, I get. Hey, sometimes what's crazy is like, so like.
But I want to know how she got stuck in the washing machine.
You know, and like, what's funny about that is like, you know what hentai is, right?
Yeah.
So, I remember finding this out like 5 years ago or so, 10 years ago, give or take. I don't know how long ago, but it was like sometimes. You'll have somebody with a story and they want to get an anime for it, but they can't afford it. So they'll go to a hentai studio and they're like, all right, you know, we'll make your story as long as you add in the sex scenes. So like there are genuinely good like hentai with actual plot and storylines.
Yeah.
But you know,
like my stepmom and her best friends. Or Switch On. Switch On's good. If you haven't read Switch On, Switch On's really good.
You see what I'm saying though? But
my Dark Summoners, my Dark Summoner girlfriend. That's entertaining. Yeah, I read my fair share.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm here for the plot.
Yeah, but exactly. Like it's actually like there's actual development. There's
yeah,
conflict.
there's character development. There's really emotional ride. And
you
stuff
actually
like that.
care about the dialogue. It's just they didn't have enough money to go to like a big name studio, so they
For the record, to defend myself in front of everybody here, okay? I don't watch hentai. I read like hentai manhwa.
Joji Sheens and shit like that. Yeah.
I'll read them because again, the plot is important. But it's no different from me reading all the other mangas and manhwas that I read. So suck my dick if you're judging.
Yeah, they're gonna judge and go read like 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna read my smut like a normal person.
Vain.
I have fanfic of two celebrities I'll never meet, but you're the weird one. It's like, okay, I guess. All right.
And then hold every other nigga to the standard of the imaginary character.
Bro. And this character will be doing the most. He's like, oh, you came to my house. Well, I have a sex dungeon. I invested over this amount of money to renovate the basement, and flips a switch and walls turn around, and now you got the classic heart-shaped bed and chains and whips. And
you bitches aren't bad enough, nor do have the life direction to obtain a nigga with a sex dungeon. Sorry.
You're not wrong. Like, it's crazy because like guys will be like openly horny and just like outward with it, but like when you meet a really freaky woman, sometimes it gets scary. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, I don't feel safe.
Yeah, don't open up with like, we haven't even had sex once and you already start talking about like doing stuff to my butt. That's crazy.
Man, I remember one time.
At least let me learn your last name first.
I was like talking to a girl and then she was like, hey, like, are you into like physical stuff? I'm like, like choking and hair pulling and stuff like that.
You meant like push-ups and sit-ups.
And then,
Yeah, I go to the gym.
But then she's like, man, it would be like so fucking hot if you gave me a black eye. And I was like, oh my God. I said, what the fuck? And she's like, I'm like into like being beat up. And I'm like, I can't do that comfortably. Like, if I sock you in the face and give you a black eye and you start moaning, I can't enjoy that.
I don't know. I'm on the fence about that one.
I mean, for other people it can work, but me,
No, I don't have any like intent on hitting women. But like, if you really want me to black your eye, I'm trying to think through my head like, what's your goal here? Because
they just want to
you
get
have to wait
hurt,
till you look
like,
in the mirror to be able to see that you have a black eye.
Yeah, no.
So is it the thrill of being hurt, or is it the thrill of like looking back and I'm like, yeah, he did that?
It's more of the thrill of being hurt. It's like the pain gives them a rush.
Oh, well, bitch, just tell me to put my hands on your neck and call it a day.
Nah, they want to get like beat up. That's their crazy. Foreplay. Their foreplay is a street fight. Then y'all fuck. Like you got to do foreplay, mid-care, fuck, then aftercare.
Hey, let him get up. Let him get up. Fight back, nigga. Fight back, nigga. Let him get up. Let him get up. Fight back, nigga.
Gave you a bloody nose. Now suck my dick. Whoa, like... And then I found out like there's a lot of women into that, and I'm like, I'm not judging, but I can't do that.
Yeah, nah. If your thrill is getting fucked up, I can't.
Or it's like it'll be like the reverse, where it's like the woman beating up the guy, and he's like, oh my God, thank you, like I saw on Twitter because
I've watched enough porn where I can outwardly say sometimes y'all niggas be slapping each other too hard.
Like, and like
when you cock that shit all the way back and swing that shit across. The sound effect is nice, but
like
you could have slapped so many other parts of her body other than her face.
And it's just kind of like, whoa, but hey, that's what you're into. That's what you like. I thought I was weird, but like there's levels to this shit, bro. It gets
There's levels to everything.
There really is. There really is, man. Like oh my God. I gotta tell you. So, wait, no, I can save this for nightclub with bad bitches.
And we'll talk about that on the Patreon.
Because
I'm sure you're gonna bring back some old me of the past that I'm not just ready to openly get out there yet. I don't. Well, being that I'll be in Washington State, which is probably the roots of my fuckboy era, in the next 2 weeks, I'll wait till I'm in Washington State to heavily roll into that. But I'm sure when we bring it up, I'll have some input for it. I'm gonna figure out one more topic before we say bye to these free niggas. And send them the fuck on their way. You want to? No, I want to save protest season 4. Oh, men's mental health. Shout out Yomi. Actually, yesterday, as of the day of this recording, yesterday was her birthday. So shout out Yomi. I'm trying to bring her back, but she's been caught in. But I will try to bring Yomi back before when I get back from Washington, because she's a very big mental health advocate. So she should have been in your place, but I didn't reach out to her, and you reached out to me. So
You know what I'm saying? Timing.
But mental health, because as a strong advocate for therapy, both in person and AI, because I do use ChatGPT as my therapist sometimes, but I also have a therapist. So, and I keep my therapist well out of my community. I don't want us to be able to find any common ground in anything. That's why I always try to aim for a white woman therapist, because you don't have a dick, hopefully, and you don't have any black skin, obviously. So, so I always go for a white woman therapist so that we can find the least amount of common ground, so that when I'm telling the story, you can't find any kind of relatability. Therefore, you're bound to make a lot of argument points. But therapy is important. Therapy's gotten me through a lot. Therapy's gotten me through some of my worst moments. If I say in a tree and you niggas know. But also other outlets are necessary to release mental health. Podcasting is one of mine. I love podcasting for the sake of getting everything off my chest. It gets to a point where sometimes I run out of the podcast because I've gotten everything off my chest. But I'm sorry, mental health. What was your input for it?
I mean, because it's like, men's mental health awareness, and like I remember it was literally the day when you're like, oh, think of 3 topics, and like I recently finished this music video called like Jealousy or whatever, and it was essentially me just venting. But my friend saw it and she was like, oh my gosh, this is a great video, da 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 da, and I love how like honest you are, because like I feel like men's mental health isn't taken seriously.
Yeah.
And she was like, as a man, like I don't really understand like how mental health is treated for y'all. And I'm just like, the reality is, it's like almost like you're pick yourself up by the bootstraps mentality, is like outside of actual therapy or like seeing a psychiatrist, the best for a nigga is just him and his homeboys doing some shit and then just admitting how shitty shit is. Drink a beer and then go do something stupid.
Yeah.
Like
that is the release. That's the outlet.
Yeah.